Boundaries are like property lines. You're responsible for what's inside of your fence, not someone else's yard. Boundaries are like property lines. You're responsible for what's inside of your fence, not someone else's yard. Fridays are for book club. I'll be sharing the takeaway of the book that we started this month titled Boundaries by Dr. Henry Cloud and Dr. John Townsend. That's what it looks like in case you want to pick it up. So here are the takeaways from intro to chapter 4. Intro, a day in a boundaryless life. Boundaries define us. They show you where you end and someone else begins. Without boundaries, people often feel overwhelmed, taken advantage of, or responsible for things outside of their control. Have I just named something that you feel? Have you been feeling overwhelmed? Have you been feeling taken advantage of? Have you been feeling responsible for things outside of your control? You, my friend, need some. Setting boundaries is not unloving. It's the most loving thing you can do for yourself and others. And boundaries are biblical. Boundaries are biblical. If you don't believe me, look it up in the Bible. What are some examples of boundaries in the Bible? And I'm telling you, it will give you a list of them. The book introduces common signs of lacking boundaries. For example, always saying yes, feeling guilt for having needs, enabling harmful behaviors. Chapter 1, what does a boundary look like? I'm glad you asked. Boundaries are like property lines. You're responsible for what's on your side of the fence, not someone else's yard. So boundaries, you're responsible for what's in your yard. You're not responsible for what's in somebody else's yard, what's on the other side of somebody else's fence. This includes the words, no, that hurts me. I don't want to do that. No, that hurts me. I don't want to do that. Truth, defining reality and standing in it. Geographical distance, space when needed. There's some people, I need some time. I need some space from you. And it's for the protection of the relationship. Time and emotional limits. I can only be around this person for 5 minutes. This is a 5-minute person, not a 5-hour person. Those are boundaries as well. Healthy boundaries keep the good in and the bad out. So the key concept, you are not responsible for other people's feelings, reactions, and choices, only your own. I'm going to say that again. I'm going to slow it down. You are responsible for, you are not, N-O-T, responsible for other people's feelings, reactions, or choices. Only your own. That pauses on purpose. I want you to just sit with that, process that. Okay. I'm going to move forward. You can pause this video at any time you want to. Chapter 2, understanding boundary conflicts. Boundaries often get distorted in childhood. Example, guilt, fear of rejection, and punishment for saying no. 4 types of people with boundary struggles. Those are the complaints. They can't say no. Those are the avoidance, can't ask for help or receive support. Then the controllers, don't respect others' boundaries. And then the non-responsive, don't take responsibility for their own. Many boundary issues are rooted in emotional neglect or dysfunction. Many boundary issues are rooted in emotional neglect or dysfunction. Key concept, boundary problems are spiritual and emotional issues. God created us to be free, not enmeshed or dominated. Let me say that again. Boundary problems are spiritual and emotional issues. God created us to be free, not enmeshed or dominated. So, boundary problems, chapter 3. Takeaways. Common signs of poor boundaries. Taking on others' problems. You're taking on that problem like it's yours. That's not your problem. That's their problem. Stop taking on other people's problems. A lot of stuff that we are tormenting with, or we're going back and forth with, we're overwhelmed by, may not even be your own problem. It may be somebody else's problem. Let me tell you what I say. I'm not going to worry about that more than you're going to worry about it. That's not my problem. That is your problem. That's not my problem. That's your problem. Feeling burnout or resentment, guilt when saying no. Do you feel guilty about saying no? and then that person convinces you to turn that into a yes, it's a thing. Guilty of it as well. Saying yes to gain love or approval. I'm going to say yes because I want them to love me. I want them to accept me. So I'm going to say yes. Even though I want to say no, I'm going to say yes. It's a thing. Key concept. No is a complete sentence and a spiritually healthy one. A lot of times people reach out to me and they want me to do all kinds of stuff. I'm like, no. Why? I said no is a complete sentence. It is no. You deal with that on your end. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you about my no, because my no is a complete sentence. Your no is a complete sentence. You don't have to say no because a no. No. Just no. Practice saying no, 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 no. Practice saying it. For those who have a hard time saying it, please practice. Chapter 4 takeaways, last but not least. So I'm gonna cover today, just the first 4. How boundaries are developed. Boundaries form through early life experiences. Disciplining, modeling love, freedom. Children need age-appropriate consequences. Safe environments to say no. Validation of their feelings. Adults must reparent themselves to learn boundaries if they weren't modeled early on. God is for boundaries. He gives humans free will, choices, and consequences. The key concept, boundaries grow in relationships, not isolation. Healthy support systems are essential. I want to back up to the safe environment to say no. Because there was a little girl, they wanted her to go up front in church to do the children's sermon. She was like, no. She was just like, oh no. And I was like, I love that for her, because you want to make sure that your child is in a safe environment where they can say no. Maybe she didn't feel comfortable doing that. You don't need to push and force these kids to do things they don't want to do. That's my example. I was like, she's not doing it. She's like, no. They kept asking us, like, come on. She's like, no. And she stood on that no. We need to stand on our no. And don't let nobody manipulate your no into a yes. You know I need this and I don't have nobody else. Figure it out. Don't make anybody make you feel guilty about saying your no. Where's your no? Okay. This book is needed because a lot of us don't have this. We don't have boundaries. So this book, I'm so excited. And this is like our second or third time reading this book. I like to listen to books. So this is my second time listening to this book. It's like right on time. I so needed it. We need to reiterate this as many times as we can. Fridays are for book club. And the book I just shared with you is Boundaries. So very, very good book. I invite you to get it, especially if you have a hard time saying no. Right? That means you feel uncomfortable about this whole conversation. That means you need that book. You need to get this right here. Anyway, that's all I have. On TikTok, and I think I'm going to do it on Facebook. So I'm starting Sister Circle. So Sister Circle, we're going to chat. It's going to be just chatting, y'all. We're going to have a private place for us to a safe private place for us to just chat about life and things that we are experiencing. We can possibly support one another. So if you're interested in joining a Sister Circle, put sister in the comment section and I'll send you an invite. I'm going to do this on Facebook as well. I know I got it on TikTok. I just created it today. And I'm also going to create it on Facebook if there's a need over there for that as well. So that is all I have. Fridays are for book club. I'll see you in the next book club. I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, follow. I'll see you. Bye.